What's up everyone, and welcome to my channel Living in Fort Lauderdale. So today we're going to be touching on a very important topic. I'm getting a bunch of calls from people that are relocating to Fort Lauderdale. So we're going to be talking about the 6 steps that you need to know when moving to Fort Lauderdale, whether you're here locally or if you're coming here and moving from another state, and we're going to be diving right into it, so stick around. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel Living in Fort Lauderdale. My name is Rob Zeoli and I'm a local real estate agent right down here in South Florida. If this is your first time here to the channel, welcome, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tap that little bell icon down below to be notified anytime I go ahead and put out a new video. I put out weekly videos and content about what it's like to live and to move down here to sunny South Florida. But more than that, guys, I'm a local real estate agent and absolutely love to help people with their real estate needs. So if that's you and you have any questions at all about real estate down here in South Florida, or even about any of the areas down here that you might be considering moving to, my number's popping up down below. You could reach me 24/7 by phone, text, email. You can send me a comment. I look forward to hearing from you and helping you with your real estate needs. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So let's jump right into it, guys, and today my goal is to help you understand the process of buying a home here in Fort Lauderdale, even if you're coming from a different part of Florida or relocating from another state. So let's walk through the process and see what that looks like. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm getting a bunch of calls and working with some active buyers right now. A couple from New Jersey, I have someone from Chicago, somebody from England, and I just got a call from someone yesterday from China. And one of the most common questions I have is, how does this whole process work? What is the process of actually coming down there and buying a home or a property down there in Fort Lauderdale? And they really just want to know is, how does all this work? So that's what we're going to talk about today. And the first step in the process is what I like to call the discovery phase. So how this process really starts is we'll get an initial call from somebody that's looking to relocate. And what we're going to do is set an initial appointment, whether it's in person or if the person is relocating, we'll probably do a Zoom meeting so we can talk face-to-face over the computer. And the goal of this appointment really is to gather as much information as possible from you, the buyer, as far as what your wants and needs are and moving to the area. So we ask a ton of questions during this appointment. Really what we want to know is, what are your wants and needs as far as a house? What is your criteria as far as bedrooms and baths? Do you want a pool? What type of house do you want? Do you want to be in, a less congested area? All the criteria that someone has when they're looking forward to buying a property. Again, during this process and this appointment, we ask a ton of questions, and we're really trying to narrow it down to what type of a lifestyle that you want to lead. Now, obviously, the point here is to eventually help you find a property, but more than that, at this time, what we're really trying to do is eliminate everything out there on the market that does not meet your absolute minimum criteria for a house. Especially in the market that we're in right now, where speed counts, we want to eliminate everything that does not work so we can more quickly get to the houses that you like. Then that leads to us getting more quickly to the houses that you love, and then we're eventually going to get to your favorite house. And you can be pretty certain that when you get to your favorite house, it's probably going to be everybody else's favorite house that's looking in that neighborhood, so speed is critically important. And another thing you'll start to notice is that the way that realtors and sellers typically show a house has kind of changed. Although they still do it the traditional way where you make an appointment and see it, a lot of them are doing just like 1 day or 2 day showings. So the home will go on the market, say on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. It'll say no showings until the open house, which is on a Saturday for 3 hours and maybe a Sunday. And then they're going to accept all the offers by Monday and then make a decision. And you can be pretty certain that by that Monday, they're going to have a handful, if not a bunch of offers. So you need to get there immediately as soon as that home hits the market, or you might not even get a chance to submit your offer on the property that you love. Now, the second step in the process is try to narrow down as best we can the area that you're looking to move to. Now, sometimes this can be kind of I don't want to say difficult, but challenging, because we do get calls from people all the time that are looking to move to, say, the Fort Lauderdale area, but they really don't know what's around here, what cities are in the greater Fort Lauderdale area, and there's a bunch. So this is one of the reasons why we ask so many questions during the discovery phase, to really try to narrow this down. Now, you're moving here for a reason, so we want to know where you're working. Do you want to be close to work? Do you mind a commute? Do you want to be in a more walkable area? All these things really come into play when we try to narrow down the area for you that you eventually want to live in. Now, the third step in the process is to get pre-approved with a proactive lender, and that's critically important. Now, the days of going online and putting in some information and getting what we call a pre-qualification letter are pretty much gone. No seller in this market, with all the competition, is even going to consider an offer like that. They're looking for someone that has been fully vetted by their lender. That means that their assets, their income, their pay stubs, everything has been verified by the lender, and some of them are even demanding a DU letter, which is desktop underwriting, to prove that the buyer is actually fully vetted and a lock to close. Without that, you probably don't even have a chance. Now, another thing helpful about this part of the process of getting pre-approved is that it is also going to help us narrow down the area that you can possibly move to, because depending on what you're approved for, or what you're willing to spend on a property, is going to kind of tailor some of the areas that you can move to. It's definitely going to eliminate some areas. Like if you're approved for $400,000 or $500,000, obviously you're not going to move into an area where there's homes that are between $600,000, and higher. So this definitely helps eliminate some of the areas that you can possibly move to. Now, a question I get time to time is from someone who, say, is like 6 months or even 9 months out. Why do I have to talk to a lender at this point? Sometimes it's a good idea to do that, because you never know. There could always be something on your credit report that can affect you as far as what you can qualify for. So it's a good idea to do it now rather than later. So if there's anything that needs to be addressed, you can take care of it and be fully prepared when it's time to go out and shop for a home. Now, this leads us to the fourth step in the process, and that is actually to go shopping for homes. So we're going to get boots on the ground. So at this point, we've gone through the first 3 steps of the process. We've gone through the discovery phase and talked about what type of home you're looking for. We've narrowed it down to a few areas that you might be interested in, and you've talked to a lender and got yourself pre-approved. Okay, so whether you're in town just for a few days, say to scout some of these areas out, or you're here and you're ready to start shopping and put in offers, we definitely think it's a good idea to spend at least the first day driving through some of the neighborhoods that you might be interested in. We'll also give you a list, depending on the city that you're looking at, of some major hotspots and maybe some, destinations or shopping. This way you can get a really, really good feel for the city. And by spending the first day driving through these neighborhoods, you're probably going to eliminate, a few of them at least, just by driving through the neighborhoods. You might love the neighborhood, but for some reason don't want to live there. Maybe it's a little bit too far of a commute, or, maybe the homes are a little bit too close and you want something a little more spread out. That's why we think it's critical to do this on the first day, because again, this goes back to the discovery phase. It's a good idea to eliminate anything that does not at least meet your minimum criteria for a home that you're looking to purchase. And just remember, none of this is really a deal breaker, guys. Even if you drive through a neighborhood that you thought was going to be great and you happen to not like it as you drive through it, there's plenty of other neighborhoods in the greater Fort Lauderdale. One of the really good things about it is that the area is really tight. So just by doing the work and following the process, we will definitely eventually find you that perfect area that's perfect for you and your family and the lifestyle that you're looking to live. So now, whether you're here and you're ready to start shopping and putting in offers, or if you just came down for a few days just to scout out some of the areas, the next step in the process is we set another appointment, whether it's in person, face-to-face, or by Zoom, and really we call this the buyer or offer consultation. So what we're going to do during this step of the process is really go through and dissect the whole offer process, right from the point of submitting the offer to inspections and really what that means. So just understand that even though you put an offer in and you're under contract, you still have your time to do your due diligence and do an inspection just to make sure that there's nothing really wrong with the property. We're also going to talk about the appraisal, all the timelines, your final walkthrough, which is your opportunity after everything is done, after you've gone through your inspection period, you know, if the seller has decided to do some repairs for you, if you ask for them, and also to make sure that the house is not damaged at all from their moving out. And then from there, we go on to the closing. We're also going to talk about the market conditions and what you could expect as far as competing with other buyers out there for homes in the areas that you're looking for. Now, you have to remember that we're in a very, very competitive market, and it is a seller's market right now. So buyers are really competing with each other for any home that goes on the market. So we really need to discuss what's going on in the market and to set your expectations. So this way you know what you're up against when submitting your offer. Now, I did an entire video on just the offer process. It goes through the market that we're in and different techniques that you can use when submitting your offer to give you the best chance of getting your offer accepted. And you can check it out right up here. And the sixth and final step in the process, which is a happy day, is your closing. And again, we make it a point to always attend the closings with our clients to make sure that you understand everything as far as the paperwork that you're signing, the settlement statement, the title company that we go to is going to walk you through line by line as far as any document that you sign and all the figures and amounts on the settlement statement. This way you fully understand everything you're signing and you have no questions whatsoever. And one thing that you can count on is that after you close, we're not going to lose touch. So if you have any questions after you close about the area, getting acclimated, utilities, even finding a restaurant, we're always available after the closing. And we stay in touch with all of our clients after we close, just in case they need anything. And also, we become friends with all of our clients as well. So I'm going to thank you for watching the 6 steps to moving to Fort Lauderdale. And speaking of moving to Fort Lauderdale or anywhere here in South Florida, we would absolutely love to help you with your real estate needs, or to help you find that perfect place you might be thinking of moving to or just want to go see. But in order to do that, guys, you gotta reach out. So my information is gonna pop up again down below. You can reach out to me 24/7 by phone, by text, by email. You can send me a comment below. I look forward to hearing from you and helping you with all your real estate needs down here in South Florida. And until the next video, take care and we'll see you next time.